Hello and welcome to High Caliber TV, your source for figure and model updates every Wednesday and Friday. Today on the Workbench I'm just going to be doing an update on my work in progress of the live resin US Modern Soldier, the third variant. So as you can see, Crye Camo is steadily approaching completion. All the bits that are still green are going to be completely different. The 3 mag pouches, I'm just going to be doing a standard mil-spec brown. And the M9 pouches are going to be black. As you can see on all the surfaces that I intend to have a dark gray, I've just painted them Storm Vermin Fur from Citadel. And what I intend to do is coat them with black ink, and then that should leave the highlights this gray, whereas most of the surface will be black actually. And if the ink doesn't suit me, I'll be applying an oil wash eventually to the entire figure, so we'll see how that turns out. Yeah, multicam's exceedingly difficult, especially for me. I'm not much for camouflage patterns, but I think this one's going to turn out alright. There's still a few very small squiggles that need to be applied. There's one that's approaching an off-white, and it looks like tapeworms all over the uniform. And then there's one that's on the side of black burnt umber, and that's also squiggles, little tiny squiggles, and they'll break up the uniform quite well. The one thing I'd like to note is that I'm going to be shying away from using any true blacks on the uniform, because I feel like that would really stand out, and it would stand out in a way that is shall we say, a bit too much. It'll stand out far too much, considering how on the actual uniform, if you stand far enough away from the uniform, the whole thing just looks brown, actually. Like, 1/35 scale is, I always consider it to be, it's a person standing several feet away from you, like on the other side of a street, is how I like to think about it. So if you're looking at a person at this size, if they're wearing multicam, you're actually not really going to be able to pick out the smaller squiggles, the tapeworms, and the little sticks that the brown makes up. And so with that in mind, you should consider either, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the entire figure with a filter to blur the lines and sort of mute the different colors and blend them a bit together, because as I said, at that distance when you're looking across the street at someone, it's mostly going to be brown. You might see the green, but you'll mostly see the brown. So that's my camo theory for the day. And yeah, this figure is going to be accompanying me to the IPMS Nationals in Colorado this year. He's probably the only thing I'm going to be taking down, because I'm going carry-on only, and they're going to be in Colorado. I'm really looking forward to it. The last time I was at the Nationals, it was in Anaheim, and I can't quite recall what year that was. I believe it was 2007, and I had a really great time when I was there. So I'm looking forward to this year's Nationals, and be sure to be with us, and I'll be posting a lot of photos and maybe even some videos of my thoughts of the Nationals while I'm there. So with that in mind, I picked up a few of these bases from Hysterex Agents. These are Andrea bases. They're beautifully finished. They are a bit costly, but if you're planning on showing a figure at like a national convention, I'd highly recommend that you spend a little bit of extra cash and get an Andrea base or two, because this is just perfect. I'm going to be drilling a hole directly into the wood. I'm also going to be using some stones, probably no grass, because I just want this guy to look like he's standing on the road in Afghanistan. So drilling a hole for the brass rod, and he'll go directly into the wood. So that's going to be perfect. It keeps a base like this keeps the overall height of the figure low for travel, but it also gets him up off the show table just slightly. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to finishing up this figure. Actually, I think he'll look all right. And just a little bit of stock news, we did just get a really cool set of Bravo 6 figures in, and the figures run the range from the latest German tankers that he released to all the other MACV SOG figures that we haven't had yet. So now we've got all 3 kits of the MACV SOG unit trying to extract, and I'm really excited about them. Plus we got 2 US infantry in a fight, all in Vietnam, of course. and I'll be showing those off in detail on Friday. So check us out at highcaliberminiatures.com for the new stock and your own live resin figure if you're looking to get one of these guys, or all three of them, because they're all really great. I'll put the link in the description below for our shop. Follow us on Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter for daily stock updates, photos from the workbench, stuff like this. And thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.